Hey, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here with your June 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Scorpio, the key themes for you in the month of June, you have authenticity, choices, and trust. So a very powerful trio here, but you've also received a bonus themed card as well. So possibly what you don't see coming, or it could be the choices that you've made in the past or in the present here are going to lead to this new life. This is about major transformations, big changes. It is about you hitting that reset button, and it starts from within. Because what you may not see coming is there is a rebirth here. There is a fresh start for you. This is an opportunity for growth and for you to say yes to a brand new journey, whatever that may look like in your world. So let's start off with the authenticity here. Now, Scorpio, you are a unique spark of the divine here. This is about your inner visions, your creative talents, your gifts, and your skills. This is about you being the real deal. And a lot of people are attracted to your energy, your vibration. This is about you feeling comfortable within your own skin and you standing out in a big, powerful way. So your ideas are very, very brilliant. Your energy is something that is to not be stored away, not locked away or suppressed, because a lot of you may shut down at times. You may hold back in fear of judgment or criticism. You may not want to necessarily break through those glass ceilings because sometimes it feels safer within our comfort zone. And I'm getting this energy of you are very unique. We each are. It's just like, a snowflake or a fingerprint. There's no identical ones to yours. This is about you shining your light and your gifts. So sometimes we let fear hold us back and we say, well, that's not authentic enough. Everybody is doing that. The market is saturated, or all men are the same. All women are the same. I'm never going to meet someone that is going to connect with me, right? That's a fear-based energy, Scorpio, that singles us out and segregates us and puts us in this hermit mode. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to shine that light, raise your vibration even more so than ever, and make that conscious choice to attract what it is that you desire into your life. Now, the choices card is all about decision making. You have options here, even though it may feel like slim pickings at times, or it may feel difficult to manage those resources or to attract what it is. This is about you having that free will, being able to find the balance, excuse me, in between, and bring in an alternative. And that's what I see here for you. I'm getting here a teeter-totter. So some of you may actually be weighing the pros and cons of a new job, a new home, relationships, health, all of the above. I am sensing that there's going to be some major changes in the way that you deal with others, deal with life, deal with yourself, and also your decision-making skills are going to really be highlighted in the month of June. I do feel like there have been choices that you've made in the past, and it may feel like you've made a difficult or a wrong choice, but it set you up to where you need to go. So some of you, you're too hard on yourself. There could be self-judgment, self-criticism. You may say, well, I started that pattern or that habit a long time ago, knowing that it wasn't good for me, but I kept doing it, right? Or I entered into that contract and I ignored the red flags. I started that job because of A, B, or C, right? So I feel that there's a little bit of a fear here when it comes to you trusting in yourself, your true individuality here, to make decisions, right? And that's why you have the trust card showing up, Scorpio. This is about you taking that leap of faith. It's about commitments, loyalty. For some of you, it certainly can be about marriage, fidelity, secrets, but this is all about you taking an honest assessment. Is your life on track with where you are wanting to go? If there's something in here that isn't matching up with your outer world, you're going to feel that dissonance. You're going to feel disconnected, and it will be more difficult to attract the things you want into your world because there's going to be a lot of resistance. Some of you may have had issues with the crown chakra as well. That crown chakra located at the crown region, the head region, and that is your connection to the divine. So some of you may have lost trust some point along the way in the divine. Maybe you thought that this was the direction you were supposed to go, but spirit had other plans and you thought, well, maybe they weren't listening to my prayers, right? Maybe there is, you may have been questioning your higher self, your higher power. There could have been a lack of trust here as well. I'm also sensing for others of you, this could be a lack of trust within people in general, right? Because you've been burned, you've been hurt, you've been through betrayal, setbacks, difficult times. But I feel like there's a brand new opportunity coming in here, a choice that you can consciously choose, Scorpio, that will put you on this new path. Put you on this path of, I'm getting the word freedom here, but you have this new life. And doesn't this look beautiful, right? This is transformation. And you may feel like you're in that cocooning process at this time, that in-between stage, which you have here with the choices. You may feel like you're in one foot in, 1 foot out, or you're still kind of straddling the line, not quite sure, but you're on the precipice of some big changes here. And again, that's what you don't see coming. That was a bonus card that flipped out. So I was really excited to see that for you. So let's dive into the tarot here. Your first card out is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is very powerful energy because it's excitement, it's enthusiasm, but it's also about you staying curious about your surroundings, about the people that you enter contracts with. Even though the page can be at times lacking awareness, I'm getting here with this Page of Swords. This is something you've grown into. You have a new heightened sense of awareness where now the light bulbs tend to just go off quickly within you, hence the light bulbs in this picture. And you see here that she has a book in her hand too. And you can see she's taking a leap by crossing over this bridge, and she's finding the balance in all things. So not only is she focused on staying inquisitive, staying curious, staying open, but she's also willing to take that leap. And that's what is important for you. Trust, right? She's trusting that small, it looks like a stick, but it's, a sword, that sword is going to be her ally. And it absolutely is. There could be a new relationship coming in where you're not quite sure where it's going to go, but it may be calling you to trust, right? It may be calling you to really take a look inward and believe that you deserve happiness, that you deserve love. And even though you may have a little bit of a limiting belief that everyone is going to be the same or hurt you or disappoint you, keep yourself open to this new opportunity. Now, if this is money, this is about new career options becoming available. So doing your research, you could be discovering new ways to build or increase your finances through business ideas, hobbies, goals that you've had for yourself. There could be something you're studying as well with the Page of Swords. She has a book in her hand and it looks like she's studying quite intently. And as she studies, there's a lot of light bulbs going off within her mind, a lot of beautiful ideas. So there may be a new project, Scorpio, that you're working towards, or you're studying to build up your career or build up your finances. So stay open, because I feel like at this time, it's important for you to remain being that open book as well. So people may come to you for advice, or it's important for you to ask for help when needed, because sometimes that ego comes in and says, no, I got this, right? I don't need help. I can do it on my own. You have the resources available, Spirit is saying here. All right. Excuse me. You also have the Ten of Pentacles here. So the Ten of Pentacles is that really beautiful card when it comes to not just financial wealth, but long-time growth, right? When it comes to retirement, leaving a legacy behind. It is about respect and gaining the rewards of your hard work and sharing it with those that you love. It is all about you being able to bring in financial security, wealth. It is inheritance, possibly family ties. This could be family vacations. I'm getting family home for some of you. There could be something with maybe moving back home, moving out of the home. Some of you could have some big changes going on within the home life. I'm getting here, someone may have, could be a teenager that is starting a new job as well. Someone may be adding a pet to the family, or you may hear news with this Page of Swords that someone is going to be a grandmother, a grandfather, mother or father. Or getting here as well that someone may be adopting, or someone may be adopted already. This is a really powerful card about wealth and being able to share it and spread it. I also sense that for some of you, not all of you, there could be someone younger with this Page of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy, air. There could be someone younger that is asking for help or support in any area of their life. Now, if you do have young ones, there could be some contemplation on moving schools or relocating to a different area, something safe. I'm getting safety and security. So please take that as it resonates. But someone maybe, again, getting a new job, or maybe even learning how to drive. They may be studying for SATs or studying for some sort of exam, or to get their driver's license is what I feel here as well. Now you also have the Four of Pentacles combined with the Hermit. Now mid-month, it looks to be a time for you to open yourself up a little bit. For those of you that have been in hermit mode, it's important to seek counsel from wise ones. It's important to, of course, have our alone time and have our independence. But I am sensing, because it's partnered with the Four of Pentacles here, sometimes we hang on too tightly. Sometimes we may get really comfortable within our comfort zone, and we hang on to things such as, our time. We do things just for us instead of connecting, but that can at times create a sense of loneliness, right? With this hermit energy, when we close ourselves off to love, to connection, to new decisions, new choices, new opportunities, it can at times, we feel that rejection. It can bring in, again, that loneliness. But I'm getting here, some of you have been rejected in the past, so it's caused you to withdraw. This is the time to open up, okay? And that's why this trust card is showing up. That's why you have the choices here, because the Four of Pentacles, when it comes to love, you may be playing it safe, right? Even when it comes to your job, you may be playing something safe. Some of you work from home. You may work remotely, work independently, or you're hanging on to your resources. Some of you are not wanting to be hurt, or not wanting to spend money as well, because you're hanging on to what's important to you. You can see here with the Four of Pentacles, she's hanging on to her purse and she's looking over her shoulder there. And no matter what, she's hanging on tight to that. So the Four of Pentacles can be about wanting to keep that stability and that security, right? Wanting to be able to maintain what is hers. But I'm just getting this energy, Scorpio. It's important for you to take this leap of faith and make a choice here to open yourself up instead of withdrawing or because of rejection here. There's this energy of moving in a new direction. If this is what you seek, of course, you can hang on to this, right? You can hang on to the Hermit, but I can't guarantee that there's not going to be loneliness or isolation or rejection, or even at times anxiety or depression, right? Please seek medical professional guidance if need be. See the disclaimer in the description box below. But I am getting, at times, you may be off in your own world here, right? You may be off where everybody else, it looks like in the background here, whether it's family, some of you may be thinking, well, everybody else has a family or has, a home or a job or whatever this is, where you're the one at times that feels a little bit left out. You feel like the odd, sheep, or the one that's on the sidelines or bench when everybody else is getting what they want, but you're not getting yours. That's where this choice comes in. Because your last two tarot cards, you have the Tower and the Six of Pentacles. So when the Tower comes in, this is about stopping old habits and ways, right? If this is love and you've been single for quite some time, I feel like it's important to open up. If you want love, right? If you want communication, interaction, then there's something that you need to practice getting into the new habit of opening up to acceptance, right? To letting go of what is so important to you, whether that's your own personal time and space. And it doesn't mean that you're never going to have that if you get into a partnership. Now, some of you, if you are already in a partnership, you may be holding on too much to grudges. You may be holding on to bitterness, anger, resentment, or you're just playing it safe because you don't want your heart to get broken. So you keep your heart at a little bit of a distance. And people may be noticing that around you. They may at times have commented that you seem far away or you feel a little bit distant. It could be family members, loved ones, friends, children, or a partner. Now, the Tower coming in is about changing attachments to wealth, possibly, or to status. Some of you may be hanging on so tightly to a title, to a label, or to something that was, but there's change coming in here for you. And it's important to release and let things flow, because if we don't, that's what creates resistance. You are authentic. You have these unique inner visions here. It's okay to expand and grow, just like a flower does. You see that flower in the background, right? This is about you growing and blooming. And there's times of change, right? There's times for growth. There's times for, planting the seeds. And just like with your soul's journey here, you're going through a process, and it's important not to hang on, right? Not to tell that flower that, it can't, that it has to stay alive throughout all the seasons, even though there's ice on the ground, right? That just wouldn't be right. It's not part of that cycle. And it would be really hard, and you would be resisting, right? Resisting the natural flow of life here. So the Tower says it's definitely time to change the way your attachments are, or old habits, or old ways of doing things, so you can invite in the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles here is beautiful because it's about sharing resources, right? It's about a two-way street. Now, Scorpio, some of you have been living that one way only, that one direction, that one road, right? Right turn only or left turn only. This is a two-way street here coming in for you, whether this is reciprocity in a love union, within a family member, within a friendship, within a job that pays you and compensates you for your skills and your talents. When it comes to money, this is about financial backing and teamwork, knowing that you're not alone, right? This is about sharing where both of you benefit. Now, that may be a foreign concept for you, Scorpio. If you've had to do everything your life on your own, and that may have actually ingrained some deep beliefs of hanging on to what is yours, then you may have your work cut out for you. But I can tell you here, this is going to bring in a lot of powerful new changes if you heed the call. It's going to bring in this beautiful, transformative new energy to your world, which I feel that a lot of you are ready to take that leap. You want, but there is a little bit of fear underlying it. All right, when it comes to finances, wealth, and income, you have the Skull, the Cup, the Tower, and the Gears, which is really interesting. So some of you, this Tower that is showing up in your reading here, now it doesn't mean that you're going to have a huge Tower moment in the month of June. Some of you maybe based on some of these choices that you made, but I feel like the Tower is a good thing. I'm personally a fan of the Tower. May not be a fan as I'm going through it, but I definitely see it for what it is sooner rather than later, because it is about stopping old habits. It is about you being able to go through an awakening in order to shatter the old to make way for new, which I'm a huge fan of. Now, some of you went through a rough patch, or you may still be currently going through a rough patch when it comes to career, when it comes to finances or money. You may have had to borrow money. You may have had a child or a family member need to borrow. You may have felt low on cash. For others of you, you may be a healer, right? You may work in hospice. You may work around death. You may be out of work as you come into this reading, or you're reinventing yourself. Again, the trust card, the choices, the authenticity, and the new life says you are going through a personal transformative time, and you are reinventing yourself from the inside out, hence the Tower moment. And a lot of you have been doing that soul searching with the Hermit. The Hermit isn't bad. The Hermit's a really wise energy here, but it gets there by taking some time out and doing some deep, deep soul searching and reflecting. But when we stay in that energy for too long, right? Because you can see here that she's kind of levitating. She's up there in the clouds, in a way here, but it's time to come down to reality is what I'm getting, and open yourself up and connect. And some of you, that may feel like it's pushing your buttons, right? And if it is, I challenge you to really go inward and see what is triggering you. Is it some sort of fear-based energy? Is it something that's happened in the past that you don't want to repeat? This is the time for you to focus on nurturing your finances, nurturing your beliefs, taking care of business, feeling fulfilled, growing that account, whether it's empty or full, it doesn't matter. This is growing financially, emotionally, loving what it is that you do to make a living. For others of you, it is about heading towards more prosperity. Not only that it's flowing within your cup, but it's flowing out into the lives of the people around you, right? And this isn't just financial. Like I said, this is about you feeling good. This is about you vibrating at a higher energetic frequency, and other people are noticing and recognizing it as well, because that's your truth. That's your authenticity, Scorpio. Now you have the Tower here. This is about earning power, building a business for some of you, making sound decisions, which I love because you have the Choice card here. Now you may work in the corporate world. You may feel like you have an unstable position, like it could collapse at any time, or maybe you feel like your mental health, physical health, emotional health is going to collapse if you stay where you're at, but you are very powerful, and that's important for you to remind yourself. Right? You have the power within. You have the choice, the authenticity, and the truth to be able to choose a new path. All right. What else do we have for money? We have the Gears. The Gears is all about money flowing. It's about putting hard work to the grindstone here, putting plans into motion. And June is a really powerful month. There's actually a lot going on within the planetary alignments and a lot of shifts when it comes to money and politics. We're going to see a lot going on here. But for you, this is all about organization as well. It's about building possibly your business, your rapport, your reputation, building your finances here. But it's also about team energy, building team, right? And you have that trust here, and we have this energy of opening up. And this can be about taking a little bit of time off. For some of you, if you have been working really, really hard, you may be taking some time off in the month of June to spend more time with your family, to separate or to take some time away from being around people. Now that sounds kind of counterintuitive for what we've talked about here, but for some of you, if you've already been in this hibernation mode, it's important to open up. But for others of you, if you have been surrounded by a lot of people, you may be just seeking some downtime for yourself. And that's completely understandable as well. But allow yourself to take as much time as you need, but then be open, because there are new opportunities coming in here for you. And when it comes to love, some of you, you're meeting someone new, and it could be an air sign, right? It could be someone who is very inquisitive. You may meet them through a class, through a workshop, doing something that excites you. You're learning about it. It could be someone who is in school or going to school here. It could be someone younger than you. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So if you're looking for love, this possibly could go the distance where you may actually start a family with this person. Now, Page of Swords, they can be at times not immature. I mean, the pages can be immature, but that's not what I'm picking up on for this love. I just feel like it's the immature, the new stages. We'll call it the honeymoon stages here of a relationship. But I do feel like this person is very curious or very, very interested in you, or interested in starting a family with you. But you still have some reservations, right, that you're holding on to with the Four of Pentacles. And you may be contemplating, do I open myself up to this person? They could come in and totally flip my world upside down with the Tower here. But I feel like this will be a relationship based on reciprocity. Now, for those of you that are currently in a relationship, I feel like it's important to keep an open mind. Now, what that means is acceptance, right? It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Now, again, regardless of relationship status, if you are single, this could be someone different, someone quite authentic with the authenticity card here. And you may have to make this choice to trust and go with it, go beyond the surface. And that's what I'm getting here for those of you that are in a relationship as well. It's important to keep an open mind and not hang on to bitterness, anger, judgments, or let every little thing that the person does bother you or bug you, right? Because we do have this Four of Pentacles. Some of you may be just staying due to, could be financial obligations, or you may be contemplating, do I move towards this direction or this direction as well? And some of you may be hanging on to a past energy. Now it does say release your ex. It could just be that someone ex could be interfering with the relationship, and it doesn't mean that your partner or you have feelings emotionally towards this person, but they could have children involved, or they may just try to butt their nose in where it doesn't belong. Or sometimes you have dreams as well, or you may be thinking about, well, what's that person doing, or what if we would be together? Remember, people come into our lives because we've made a soul contract with them, whether it's a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And if it is meant to be here, it will come back into your energy, but don't force anything, because I am getting a little bit of energy here about resistance here or forcing things at times, Scorpio. Now, I'm not trying to call you out here. This could be other people around you as well, but I am sensing some positive new choices being had here. Now let's take a look at your soul's truth cards. And I recommend, if you can, jot this down or come back to this video throughout the month so you're able to ask yourself this over and over again. And it has action steps as well. Scorpio, are you getting enough rest to restore your energy and fully show up to your life? You are the asset, Scorpio. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you are getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Today's soul action: take a bath, put on some lavender essential oil, and go to bed ridiculously early. Or give yourself a timeout today. Notice your body thanking you. Today's mantra: the more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. Yes. Yeah, so for some of you, yeah, you do need a little bit of rest here because you've been working hard. And if you are in a place where maybe you've been going to school, or you could be a teacher, I'm getting something with education here with this Page of Swords. There could be some downtime coming in, maybe June, July, and August. Some of you may have kids coming home here for the summer. Let's take a look. What else do we have? Oh, I love this one. Am I apologizing for my truth? That's you, Scorpio. Are you apologizing for your truth? What part of you is apologizing and why? Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There is room for us all. Today's mantra. Now this is something I'd love for you to jot down on a sticky note, write it on your hand, write it in lipstick on your mirror, wherever, right? Courage is contagious. Okay, say it with me, Scorpio. Courage is contagious. Tell yourself this throughout the day, because the more you step into that courageous self, the more vulnerable you become. And sometimes you don't realize that courage and vulnerability actually are allies. They go hand in hand. And we need to let down our guard here, or release something we're hanging on to so tightly with that Four of Pentacles, and not apologize for who we are, because you are an authentic, beautiful, individual being here, and you have gifts and skills and talents that no one else has, right? They may mirror them, right? They may mimic them. You may see them out there, but you bring a unique twist to the mix here. All right. It's like having a flavor of ice cream, right? Yes, there's a lot of different flavors here, but each company or each each brand has its own uniqueness about it as well, and that's you. You are a delicious flavor of ice cream, Scorpio. Okay, so messages from your animal guides here. We have Otter Spirit. You are never alone. It's card 42. Some of you are absolutely attracting a soulmate. If that's what you're wanting, it's time for you to raise your vibrations. Make a conscious choice. If this is what you are wanting to attract, but not put out an obsessive energy of I need, but it is about you being open to these new energies coming in that are being offered. So it's all about stopping old habits or attachments to an outcome and just going with the flow. And you're going to see that something manifest sooner rather than later. We have here Rhino Spirit, card 50, overcome any obstacles. So if you have been facing adversity, facing love challenges, financial setbacks, these are things you're going to overcome, right? You're like that rhino plowing through. And it doesn't mean that rhino is not going to leave some sort of wreckage in its path with the tower, but you are coming out of the other side. You're busting through that glass ceiling and whatever's been holding you back. And then lastly, you have Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. Yeah, this is time to go within with that Hermit energy. Go within in order for you to manifest on the outside, right? What's going on in here is a reflection of what's out here. So go within. Now we have cards 60, 42, and 50. You may be those ages. Some of you may be born on the 5th or the 6th as well, or you may be seeing 5 or 6 repetitively. And last but not least here, you have a couple of cards that came up and Spirit was telling me there's something that you're doing, needing to do differently, go against. And it's interesting because one of your cards here is by the book. It's card 11. This is Soul Path. So I'm sensing that typically I read the oracle message for you, but I'm going to read the reversal in the guidebook because I feel like you're not supposed to go by the book, right? This is about you being authentic, you shining a light and going against the grain here. But going against the grain, that's not resisting, that's trailblazing, forging a new path forward here because you can embody that energy of the rhino. So we're just going to take a look and we'll read to you the reversal of the by the book. And then we'll take a look at your next card here. This is about abiding by social rules. Some of you, it's time for you to break free from that, right? And not in a rioting type of way, but in a rebellion way that brings in more prosperity, more truth, right? Doing something unique and different. It can be respecting cultural or family customs, but some of you, I feel like it's time to build your own, right? Build your own traditions, your own unique customs here. This can be about conforming, right? Conforming to someone else's rules where it's important for you to listen to your own, for you to non-conform. I keep getting the opposite of this. So I'm going to read the protection message, and this is what it is here for you, Scorpio. Now is the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group, take a stand, and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul, Scorpio. This is a time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There is no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. Beautiful. That's exactly the message that I was guided to give here with the reversal. So typically this is about, going with the crowd, being able to go, it's more of the leader versus the follower. And I'm getting that you are a leader here, Scorpio. Even it doesn't mean that you have to go start a business, or it doesn't mean that you have to be the top CEO, but I certainly feel like it's about you listening, being authentic, and shining your light to an area or many areas of your life that you want to change. All right. Now your next card is the TikTok, card 30. Card 30. So there's something with divine timing here for you. And I feel that a lot of you, you've been trying to manifest or you've been trying to go in a new direction, but it's taken a little bit of time. This is about timelessness. It's about divine timing. When humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, Scorpio, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order, were happening right here in the now? Now, in a glorious timelessness, you have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire. So release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. So there's something here with being in a rush, right? There's something with timetable, the biological clock, or needing to have it by a certain age. This is about knowing that everything is happening in divine order. So some of you may need that reminder to stop looking at the clock and just kind of go with the flow, but breaking against the crowd. I hope that makes sense for you. It sounds a little bit counterintuitive here because I'm telling you that it's important to break free, but at the same time, I feel like you are, you're moving forward in a new direction. So for those of you that do want this new life here, it's available to you, but it starts with some conscious choices that you must make, Scorpio, and you have what it takes to make them. I hope this resonates, beautiful souls. Lots of deep energy here in the month of June. If you like this reading, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, and if you're vibing with this channel and haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please feel free to do so. Thank you so much for tuning in, Scorpio. Lots of love.